Well, we got another banger on Friday night between Baylor and Auburn. We already talked about Colorado and Georgia Tech, and I'm super excited for that game. But at the very same time, you're going to be having this game going on between Baylor and Auburn, and I think it's going to be an absolute madhouse. You have an SEC team with a lot of talent that has yet to live up to the talent under the current head coach, going on the road to play one of the favorites in the Big 12. I am super excited to get into this preview, but before we do, I'm going to ask you guys to like the video if you end up liking the video and subscribe to the channel for more of this content. And if you haven't been to this channel before, my name is Colin Bashnagel, the host here at Bash's College Football Show. And of course, I would cite my TikTok over here for a little bit further interaction if you want any of that. So as we talk about this game between Auburn and Baylor, you are going to have to break this down in many different ways. You could talk about the stability that the program that Dave Aranda is running compared to the question marks that are surrounding Hugh Freeze's program over at Auburn. You could also talk about the experience of the roster all playing together on the offensive side of the ball for the most part at Baylor, and at Auburn, it's piecing some things together, trying to make sure that it's good. So let's start with this Baylor offense with Sawyer Robertson. Now, I don't know if you're like me and you don't value QBR a ton, but whether or not you like it, Sawyer Robertson has the highest QBR returning in college football from a year ago. So this guy can really ball. Now, whether or not you like QBR, you definitely probably don't think Sawyer Robertson is the best quarterback coming back. He played really well down the stretch, and it helped that you got the emergence of a guy like Josh Cameron, star wide receiver out there. They got a speedster and Kobe Prentice to pair with him from Alabama. So I like where this Baylor offense is heading. And then, of course, you got Washington at the running back spot, Michael Trigg at tight end. It is going to hurt them that Dawson Pendergrass, the kind of second fiddle to Washington in the run game, is reportedly out for the season. But this O-line is going to be really good too. They're going to be able to run the ball very well and very effectively. They're going to be going up against a defense, though, in Auburn that I really, really like. You don't have to go super far. Keldrick Falk, he's an amazing player. I mean, I don't really need to say too much. Who else do you want to talk about on this defense? DeMarcus Riddick, he's a really good player too, a young player with a lot of potential at the linebacker spot. Robert Woodyard, another one. I love Kane Lee in the secondary. And here's the fun thing. The starting 11 projected at Auburn all started at Auburn. They all have come up with this program except for Champ Anthony, who has been there a couple of years, Kenyon Crawford, who has been there a couple of years, and then Bobby Jamison Travis, who has been there a couple of years. They have continuity on this defense, to say the least, and I think that this is going to be a really good unit that's going to keep Auburn in a lot of games. So my question for Auburn going into the season is, how do you elevate? How do you win these close games? Your defense was good last year. You are confident it's going to be good this year. It is very simple. You have to get consistency from the quarterback position. Will it be Jackson Arnold? Will it be Ashton Daniels? Will it even be Deuce Knight? I don't know, but what I do know is this. Hugh Freeze is going to stick with the guy eventually that gives him the best chance to win. I think the hope is that Deuce Knight by November will get there, but they really want to try to take Jackson Arnold under their wing and develop him, because a big part of his problem to me has to be confidence. He's got a lot of talent. He's displayed it at different times and different points. He's shown his even ability to use his legs when they upset Alabama when he was at Oklahoma last year. Jackson Arnold is the guy that needs to be ready now, and Deuce Knight is the guy for the future. That's the truth. And then Ashton Daniels is just kind of a guy you throw in there to use his running ability. This is not a guy you're going to count on to get a 70% completion day out of him and 300 yards. Like, that's just not happening with Ashton Daniels. But when you're talking about the receivers that this Auburn team has, they bring back Cam Coleman, stud freshman. second or third best freshman all last year at the wide receiver position in college football. And I think he's ready to take a step up. And you pair him with a killer in the slot, and Eric Singleton Jr. and Horatio Fields coming in from Wake Forest. This offense should take off. You got Alston at running back, an O-line that's, it's not up there with the elite, but they should be pretty good. This offense should take off, but it has to be done by the quarterback position. And that's the big thing right there. This Baylor defense, man, too, they're going to be a tough team. They have a lot of experience on that defensive side of the ball. They're not going to be easy to move up and down the field against. This is going to be a challenge, and we're going to get to know what this Auburn team is very early. But ultimately, when you look at Auburn, you have this situation where 3 different guys are supposed to be calling plays throughout one set of downs. That's a disaster to me. You have the reports out of camp about Jackson Arnold not playing well and getting ripped into, and Hugh Freeze coming out and saying that you could see all 3 quarterbacks. And my thing is this about Auburn is they have the talent to where they could beat anybody in the country on any given day. But you got to see it at the quarterback spot. You got to see it from this coach. You have to wait and see. There's a reason why I was low on Auburn, and I picked them to finish 6-6 within the SEC. But early on in June and July, I was thinking this team could really go 10-2. They have that kind of talent. They have that type of upend ability. We got to see it. For me to actually buy in after everything I've heard from camp, we got to see it. I am not predicting to see it until I see it, which is why I'm going with Baylor to win this football game by a score of 23-17. This Auburn defense will keep them in the game, but it is not going to save the day for them. I truly don't think it will. I think you need to have your quarterback and your offense make clutch plays down the stretch, and I don't trust them to do that until I see them do that. That's all you got from me with this game. Thank you guys for tuning in. Comment down below what you think, if I got it wrong, and I can't wait to watch this one on Friday night. I'll see you guys in the next video.